This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It
we
podcast.
Getting another award in March.
Yep. Is brought to you by International Condom Day. Impulse DC will be welcoming you to Condom Con right here in DC. Come out and learn how to accurately put a condom on a real-life penis and enter the costume contest with a win prize of $500.
Oh.
So you can come out and meet me and the incomparable Mr. RonaldMatters.com and actually learn how to correctly put a condom on. That will be February 16th, and we will have a little bit more for you later in the show. This is also brought to you by the deserved dragging of the Baltimore... oh, shit.
Ooh, child.
They say it like that, basically. Baltimore. The Baltimore Bird.
Oh.
Just hilarious.
Oh, my God.
So, oftentimes I log on to Twitter and or Facebook and y'all are dragging the wrong people for the wrong things or not at all. This was absolutely deserved, and it has brought us Here For It podcast today.
Amen.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, a.k.a. the Pussy Prophet, b.k.a. the balance between beauty and trade.
My name is Ronald Matters, a.k.a. the lady who told Just Hilarious to take her weave out, then had an emergency and couldn't do her hair.
The petty jumped out.
Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, RonaldMatters.com.
Our icebreaker this week is about a time capsule. So we are approaching our 2-year anniversary.
Old.
Woo! Been around the block, girl.
And you didn't say the right words.
Been around the block, girl.
What is that? Is that a song? I thought we was being around the world. Okay, sorry. Never mind.
Your age jumped out there. But if Here For It podcast were to have a time capsule,
okay,
what are 2 things you would add to our time capsule if we were to open it in 5 years? So that would be a 7-year anniversary for the podcast.
Oh,
Pending your donations if we last that long. But if we put in a time capsule in March of 2019, and we're not opening this bitch for 5 years.
Do I get to tell the true truth or just be like cute truth?
Oh shit. Well, name one truth and name one that you would really put in there.
Commercial. Okay, so when we were testing merchandise, and I got this,
I got that ugly shirt in there.
I got this tank top in a size small because I was like, well, I know you like tank tops, and I know you're a small, medium-ish. And then I had got this small tank top, and I was like, whew, so we need to change. We had came out in that tank top, and you was testing it. But that's the part of growing up. That's what the doctor said earlier. He said, it's part of growing up. So
yeah, growth.
When we were testing merch, that was so beautiful though. I really enjoyed when we were like, what do you think about this design? How does this look? Well, let's move this down a little bit. Just for us to be going through that together, and it's our merch. That was really sweet. Even though, child, that first set of merch, we had to send some of this stuff back. Well, we just had to,
throw it away.
Figure it out, okay? And the second thing, I was really proud of that episode where I had watched that video about the guy who talked about how he instilled God in all of the things that he had going on. And I was telling our listeners that even if you take God out of it, because I know more millennials are more spiritual than religious, when you take... For this person, he received it through God. Mm-hmm. But when you take it out and receive it as inspiration for yourself, what was that episode? I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, that is like the best social studies topic that I ever had. So I definitely want to put a recording of the best social studies segment that I've had in these 2 years. And then some of the merch because it was cute and fun.
Yeah, I think that episode was around the October-November time frame.
Yeah.
That was at the old Chateau Fortress of Solitude. 2 things that I would put. The first, notably, obviously, we owe a debt of gratitude to tequila.
Woo.
So
right now, we give you praise.
So any empty tequila bottle would be the first thing that I would put in the time capsule, because without her, there would be no us.
Yeah. Give you praise.
The second thing, I would put a video recording of our 1 year anniversary to keep us fucking humble.
Oh my God.
Our 1 year anniversary we did at Casa Ruby.
LGBT Community Center. Thank you so much for having us, Ruby Corrado.
Absolutely. And we don't regret it. It is probably one of the best things that we've ever done before. But if in 5 years we are $1 million podcast and we're doing great things and we can shop at Whole Foods for dinner,
I want Wegmans. I heard Wegmans is like I don't know. I've never been because I'm not classy.
Whole Foods $30 for 2 items.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't go in there.
But if we ever are at that level, I would like for us to open the time capsule and see the empty tequila bottle.
Amen.
And see the video of our first year anniversary at the gay homeless shelter that is Casa Ruby, and know that that's where our roots are.
That's where we start. That's where.
And we should not get far from our roots, because when you get far from your roots, your tree and your flower dies.
Is that word of the day? What that is?
I'm about to get to the word.
Okay, here we go.
But yeah, that was our icebreaker this week.
That was sweet.
If you guys have any suggestions for our time capsule, wink, wink. Who knows if we're gonna be actually doing one? We have an anniversary coming up. Please let us know, because some of you guys are students of the podcast. Some of y'all have been listening for a long, long time and know us pretty well, know the podcast pretty well. So if you have any suggestions, please leave it in either of our inbox.
A loud bottom and a wrong top.
That also sounds like a t-shirt idea. If you get over here for a shop.
A loud bottom. Woo, child.
Yeah, just put that. If you get over to here for a shop.
Are you into coochie farting or pussy farting?
Yeah, I love a good queef.
When you in
it's communication. Communication is key.
I'm trying to not speak. I'm like, oh, sorry, sir.
That just sounded like gas. I would also like to take note, happy 24th birthday to Trayvon Martin.
Amen.
He will still be here doing great things, I'm sure.
Probably graduated with his bachelor's in criminal justice.
Or headed to grad school.
Good old criminal justice.
Or psychology. Sorry, y'all. I know some of y'all out there hurt right now. You got to pay these student loans back for that psychology degree that you're not going to use.
You can't. Yeah.
I am sorry. But happy birthday to Trayvon Martin.
Shit, he deserved that. Shit, if he went to school and studied and got his degree and whatever he should have been able to go to school to get his degree in before his life was taken.
Yes.
Bitch.
By one of the other white nuisances. So, as you've known for the past few weeks, we've been dragging one especially. But I definitely would like to give a good shout out to that white nuisance that took Trayvon Martin off of this planet. I know that you are suffering in agony of non-relevance, and I pray that you stay there until you have the courage to end your own life.
Don't say stuff like that. You go to hell if you...
Is that in the rule book?
In the spirituality fairy tale guide that the girls like reading.
Well, not mine. The word of the day this week is HRT. HRT stands for hormone.
That was a Chrysler. Was that a Chrysler called an HRT?
You ain't even a car person.
I think they stopped making that.
Probably. And that's why you know it, because it's not even a car in production right now. HRT stands for hormone replacement therapy. It is the therapy that trans men and trans women use to feel more closely to the identity that they align with and not the identity that they were born with.
HRT.
Yeah, it is an important process that trans people go through when they decide that they want to go through it, because every trans person doesn't necessarily do hormone replacement therapy. Some just don't and just say, I'm a woman. Deal. I don't have to sound like a woman. I don't have to actually even look like a woman if I don't want to. I can look like how I want to. And my pronoun is she. Deal. But to those that want to transition physically, there are obviously surgeries. But one of the primary steps is hormone replacement therapy, which is gaining a lot of traction in a lot of the country right now, as far as youth, trans men and trans women. 20 years ago, it was very, very, very taboo for, a 12, 13, 14-year-old kid to come in and say, I'm trans and I would like to start hormone replacement therapy, and actually be granted the therapy that they were requesting, that they've paid for in paying these goddamn insurance fees.
Or taxes.
And or taxes.
The military.
Or just goddamn the therapy that I need and want, and you as the medical provider should be providing it to me. So it's the word of the day this week, WERD, because I think it's important that we know the different parts of the transition for our trans brothers and sisters, that it's not always just someone putting on a wig or someone hiding their titties or putting a dildo in their pants. It's a whole lot more to the transition than cosmetics. And hormone replacement therapy can be extremely difficult in the first couple months.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people are on hormone replacement therapy for years to get the
acquired.
Yeah, to get what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And I would like my voice to always sound like this, or I would like my voice to always sound like this.
How you doing?
And if I need to take a shot every month so my voice sounds like the way that I think it should sound, then I'm going to be on that shot every month.
Getting facial hair and stuff. I'm like, wow, I'm so proud of. I follow a few trans men on Instagram, and I'm so proud of their journeys and how they are so confident in who they are. Because it definitely takes a lot of work to be the gender identity that you know that you feel inside, and being able to like work hard for it, and it represents on the outside as well. That's definitely.
Yeah, especially in 2019. There was an article in U.S. News last week that was talking about there's an uptick in female genital mutilation, even in the United Kingdom, where there's a lot more LGBT equality and affirmation. But even in the United Kingdom, there's still female mutilation going on right now, whereas children are born maybe hermaphrodite, both sexed, with sexual reproductive organs or reproductive organs that look similar to both sexes, and the parents making the decision for the child, or the medical doctor influencing the parents to make a decision for the child. Because oftentimes that's not talked about as well. But people, the public, vilify the parents for doing this kind of operation, but they typically do it at the behest of the medical doctor that says, oh, well, she or he has both parts, and if you allow them to fully develop, they're not going to develop either one properly, and before you know, your young girl is not going to be a boy or a girl. They're not going to be able to have kids, and
how
blah,
you
blah,
know
blah. Medicine is a practice.
Y'all ain't studied those girls for 30 years to see what occurred. Y'all just, this look weird.
This looks weird, chop it off. And so now,
doctor love that.
Yes,
doctors do love that.
Yes, and so in that case, it will be literally a part of their sexual anatomy that they will chop off, that they can't get back.
And then the children grow up wishing that they had the opportunity to make that decision for themselves.
Yeah.
So, how are we going to talk about intersex? Hormone replacement therapy. Woo,
Yeah.
Let's go back to that.
Yeah. So that's why that's the word of the day this week, WERD. The affirmation this week is medication and therapy are not the enemy.
Medication. Oh, okay.
Medication, drugs that you receive to help you, and therapy, sitting down with a mental health professional, are not the enemy. It can be the key to come out. Literally.
Amen.
Literally.
Amen.
And coming out is not only just a journey for homosexual people, for people in the LGBTQ community. You can come out as a creative. You can come out as an alcoholic.
You can flourish as a songwriter.
You can come out
when
as
your
so
mind's
many
in the right
different
space,
things.
You can work through that pain.
Yeah, you can vibrate on so many different levels when you've addressed issues that you know you have, and say what you really know you really want to say and that you've been wanting to say for years. And then before you know it, you're sitting there on the couch like, damn it, I guess I am a compulsive liar.
I thought we was trying to be the next Beyonce, but no, we're just gonna admit that we're sure.
But that's how you
journey, different journeys.
First off, if you saw No, all the way up to Lemonade, you know that there are levels to the vibration of Beyonce. So
shout out to the Queen,
forever.
Shout out,
and I'm about to get to her in a second.
What she done did? Let's just skip on to that.
No. We're still affirming right now.
Okay.
So you can stay at your no level of Beyonce if you want to, but you have the potential of being the Lemonade level Beyonce. If you take heed to the medication and therapy that's gonna let you vibrate high enough to do that. You can stay down here at no. I mean, that was fine.
First of all, it was a number one hit song. It featured Wyclef Jean. I mean, it had two versions because the record label couldn't pick which one to put out, and so they put out both of them.
Where's Wyclef Jean in 2019? Okay. So that can be a coming out process for you. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be about sexuality. Generations before us were afraid of medication and therapy and just wanted to pray mental health issues away. I saw it firsthand in many churches and in my grandmother's home that they would pray the ADHD out the child.
How does that work?
Oh, it don't.
It don't work.
It don't. That's the point that I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
They would attempt. Okay, let me add that word. They would attempt to pray the ADHD out of a child. And I saw that child with the ADHD and on the spectrum of different things fail through school his whole life on the dependent of a prayer was going to help him. Thoughts and prayers get us nowhere. And lastly, that's not enough. If you have the access, try some medications and try some therapy sessions. It is lit. You don't know the dialogue that you will have with yourself after you've had a dialogue with one of these mental health professionals and they break your shit down for you. I had at least 2 mental health professionals in my career of going to go seek mental health. It's been a career. Tell me shit that I didn't know about myself that I still carry with me today. One was, I'm just going to give you this quick little jump in, then we're going to get into the mess. I told him about my Superman persona on social media. And then I told him about a whole bunch of other problems that I was having. And so he was like, well, if you really are Superman, why are you expecting regular people to be just as super as you think you are? Do you know how mind blown and fucked I was and still am around that? So every mental health professional is not going to be equal, is not going to be great for you, but try a few of them. Just try it. That is our affirmation this week. Medication and therapy are not the enemy. They are definitely an ally.
Thank you guys so much for leaving us reviews on the internet. Open your Purple app, Apple Podcasts, search for our name, Here For It. Click the reviews tab. You'll see that we have 100 reviews. And click write a review. Also, when talking about the show on social media, do not forget to use the hashtag Here For It Hive. We love you guys, and we search the hashtag, like, and respond back to you guys. So make sure that you are searching for the hashtag, having communication through the hashtag, and we love you. And we love listening to y'all tell us we was wrong. We love listening to it. I listen to it.
I don't.
Look, I lay her bottom in a wrong top. So,
Beyonce tried us this past week.
What did she do?
us, as in bacon eaters.
Oh, I was going to say, I was just on her Instagram.
I am not going to choose a side.
It was
Beyonce.
4 posts ago. This is how petty it was. I was like, okay, so her top 3 posts are real cute, but this 4th post about going green, I don't know nothing about that. Beyonce, delete this one.
Please delete this, because I am not picking between hamburgers and Beyonce.
And then she changed the link from Beyonce.com to whatever this. What is this website? The Green.
I'm not going to
Project. Beyonce, I'm not clicking on that. You have 123 million followers. Look, this 4th post. I'm like, what is this 4th post about a green print? Plant-based. I'm like, no. Beyonce,
green
delete
print.
That one.
Green print is not the blue or the pink print
It's
for my
messing
life.
up her whole timeline. Like, delete
It's probably the least. This is probably the least like.
Oh, let's see. 668,000 likes. Oh, the picture before they got 2 million. And the picture after they got 2.6 million. Yeah, it's fucking up her timeline.
Yeah, you fucking up the analytics now, Beyonce. What are we doing? I'm not picking between bacon and you. I'm going to have both. And literally, if I have to have both at your next concert to show you that I'm going to have both, I will bring bacon to the concert.
Yeah, it's because her picture "Happy Birthday to Oprah" got 3 million likes. Yeah, this don't even have 1 million likes. What are you doing?
So, what I hate about this is I don't think that Beyonce is tone deaf.
It says, "What is your green print? Click the link in my bio for a chance to win tickets to any J and or my shows for life."
For life, yes. So you're not making me pick Beyonce
or
for life over cheeseburgers. I'm gonna have cheeseburgers and you.
Oh, you do both.
Yeah,
I doing both.
Get you one that can do both. Ooh. And I can. I don't think that Beyonce's tone deaf. I think that somebody in her camp made a mistake.
They asked her what her vision was and what she want her legacy to be, and she just really think that people should go. It just sounds like she's trying to do legacy work, but this ain't the legacy we want.
No, because this is rooted in inequality. Because it is. Because everybody can't afford to live a vegan lifestyle.
Not if they go into Whole Foods like you want us to do. Whole Foods.
Like a vegan lifestyle requires you to make a certain amount of money to support it. There's a reason that there's a line around the goddamn corner for this bullshit at McDonald's that we know is poison, that barely tastes good half the goddamn time. It's because it's cheap. And we poor niggas can afford that. It's a reason that when we go to Save-A-Lot and to Giant and to wherever goddamn grocery store, we getting the fucking pack of meat that we know is gonna cook down.
Put it in the stove, it's done in 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
And microwave some shit that you know is not gonna be good for you.
Yeah.
Made of half of preservatives. But why do we get it? Not because it tastes the best.
I'm like, what is this chicken with real meat? I don't know what real meat is, but sure, I'll eat it.
Roughly, exactly.
I don't know.
But because it's $1.25 and we got $2.50. So, baby girl, take this now. The Grammys, speaking of Beyonce,
they said Jennifer Lopez is performing at the Motown Tribute this Sunday down to the the Recording Academy Awards.
You just jumped out. Okay.
I was just like, is people still alive that were associated with Motown that contribute Motown?
Diana, the fucking boss Ross, is not only even coming to this Grammys, but also performing at this Grammys. We suspect in tribute to Aretha Franklin, which is kind of shade, but whatever. How in the fuck
this is Jennifer
do
Lopez.
You have a legend like Diana Ross on the ticket that was there for the foundation of Motown, had some of the biggest hits for Motown, and you say, you know what? I think Jenny from the Block got this.
Let's go get a non-black girl who's known for stealing records. Ain't that what happened to all the artists on Motown? They was making out these hits and cranking them out in Detroit. Then that shit was getting stolen by other girls of other races and made them more popular music. But y'all go, okay, well, justice for Ashanti. Reparations for Ashanti. And reparations for Lil Mo.
I don't know who that is. We talked about the Baltimore Bird earlier. So
Okay,
there's
well,
only one
justice for
Baltimore.
Ashanti. We still like Ashanti. So justice for all the folks whose songs J Lo done stole. Talking about she performed down to the Motown tribute. What? If y'all don't pass Ashanti her check, she's still out here in the lawyer's offices arguing for rights to her music.
So all I'm saying is the Grammys have done some disrespectful things to us before.
Tell the Grammys fuck that Oprah 8 shit.
But this by far
Jay-Z
is,
was nominated for 8 Grammys and won 0.
I remember. I was
And y'all out here giving awards to these mama rappers.
yeah,
Got me, my wife, and my baby there here sitting to the front row
for ratings.
to embarrass me.
For ratings, yes.
Nominated for 8, won 0.
So,
But y'all want J-Lo up on the stage. Get.
and we want Alicia Keys to host.
Like the Super Bowl, I don't know what that was. I didn't watch. I don't know. I heard they say it was the lowest. Pick a word. Pick a category.
The lowest viewed, the lowest rated Super Bowl in all Super Bowl history. But the Grammys, I'm not getting up off them yet. They have done some.
You keep on wanting to sit on these girls, and I was like, you can put your face in and make them lick it a little taste, and you got to get up and go. You got to pump. You got to get up off of them and pump.
Well, I'm interested in shitting on them. I'm not interested in oral pleasure because what they have been doing. One, as a Detroiter, I'm personally offended for what they're doing to this Motown tribute. Yeah. Don't do it at all if you can't get no Motown girls to do it. J-Lo is the farthest from one, a singer, two,
a vocalist,
three, anyone that remotely is close to Motown. Does she know a Motown song? Can she recite the lyrics to it? No. Disrespectful. So this is in the top 2 disrespectful things that the Grammy has ever done, and it ain't number 2. Our trans brothers and sisters have a hotline staffed by other trans people who they can talk to if they are in crisis.
Know the category.
If they are in crisis.
Amen.
And I thought that was an important hot topic for this week.
What's the number?
The number is 877-565-8860. Trans Lifeline does everything from crisis management to name change assistance. So if you are in the trans community, you need someone to talk to, you want to talk to someone that knows what you're going through, that is going to be sympathetic, that is going to use your pronouns correctly, that is going to know where to connect you for care, to connect you for legal assistance if necessary. Trans Lifeline is it. They've been around since 2014. I recently checked out their board of directors and members, all who are trans men and trans women, including trans men and trans women of color.
Amen.
And to me, that is extremely awesome. That's how you represent a board for a community that is underserved and underrepresented by getting the same people from that community to work for that board, to work for that community. So I definitely wanted to highlight them in Hot Topics.
What's the number one more time?
The number is 877-565-8860. So again, they're there for anybody in any type of crisis. It can be suicide. It can be my mama and them is kicking me out the house. It can be somebody is beating me up. I'm being harassed.
Sometimes you need to talk to people because, like, as a trans person, you don't feel like you're respected because people of authority refuse to acknowledge you by your new name or your new gender because you don't have court papers. I know it gets really complicated down to my job because if you don't go down to the court and get your things handled, if you were born John, we still have to call you John. We can put in the computer that you prefer to be called Jane, but legally your name is John. And we have to work with that. And so getting help with that can really help you because being respected by your name, that could
when
be
you're
heavy.
in the hospital in a
That could be
in a
heavy.
different environment and you just trying to get better, but a motherfucker keep coming in here calling you John, and I said, bitch, my name is Jane. Don't come in here calling me nothing motherfucking else.
I was trying to think of a cute something with an apostrophe, but I was like, I don't have the space.
Jonte.
Is that a girl name?
It's androgynous.
Unisex. I was gonna say it sounds very unisex.
It's androgynous.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. The next story is gonna be one of your favorites, I'm sure. There's a Kappa Alpha Psi brother who has opened up a wellness studio in Brooklyn that helps black men deal with anxiety and depression.
Okay.
Darian Hall, who is the Kappa Alpha Psi member in question that I'm talking about, is not only fine and sexy and tall and dark and creamy. And
Here we go. So we got to support
things.
his center because he's attractive.
I'm saying that helps. That's all I'm saying. He could be ugly, fat. He could be all kinds of different things. But he's doing this in the middle of Brooklyn, which I know needs this.
In Jesus' name. And
so I would love to applaud him, who's also teamed up with Elisa Schenkel to create Heal House, HEALHAUS. And so I know New York is one of the top 3 places that listen to our podcast. And so if you would like a chance to go over to Heal House, it's an 1,100 square foot wellness center that includes studios for group workshops, classes, private rooms for individual sessions with mental health professionals.
I like the website.
And a large, tranquil outdoor deck where people can practice yoga and meditation. Probably not right now because it's going to be cold as fuck in New York, but you have options. It is completely free. As long as you don't go in there and tear up their stuff and act right, you can get the services. So I would love to applaud Heal House. I would love to see one here in D.C. I would love to see one in Atlanta, Dallas, Chicago, St. Louis. Memphis need one.
Clinton Hill, Brooklyn, at 1082 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, New York. Okay, I like this. This is nice.
Yeah, and it's beautiful to look at the storefront from the outside, and then the inside is just ergonomically feng shuied, beautiful. So for us to have a place for us, by us, that is just nice to look at, nice to be at. You can go and create there if you want. You can go and just opine on this last episode of Here for a Podcast where we triggered you. You can do all those things at Heal House, and it's just awesome in Brooklyn, New York, for your consideration. Take a deep breath before this, because I'm going to trigger you.
Oh, you took a breath? Well, I'm supposed to take a breath. Who? What?
Everybody. Everybody.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
That was a Valentina breath. Last week we talked about the situation with Jussie Smollett and how we felt about it, and we still feel the same. The Jussie Smollett deniers are out here in these streets. Save your time. Do not read their think pieces. It is all trash. Trust me, I tried.
Report is hate speech. I'm like, oh girl, let me right click report hate speech. What is this? But
the biggest part of it to me came from regular black gay people that didn't know which side to be on. The people that were saying that they were black before that they were gay, they were gay.
Oh, we've been down that road.
It annoyed me. But
still, he's okay. He's black and he's gay. So where's the problem?
These apologists were saying that he may have been attacked just because he was black, not because he was black and gay.
Ain't you that faggot on Empire? They walked up on him and said, aren't you that faggot on Empire? How was he attacked because he was black?
So, I think the important note that I want to make here is that you are both simultaneously. You are both simultaneously to you, and you are both simultaneously to the community and other people around you. It's not lost on them that you are black. That is visibly identifiable. But there are other things about you that are identifiable as gay that other people have picked up on. You are not TRIED all the time, sis. they may also already know you are gay and may be targeting you because you are both
You that faggot on Empire.
at the same goddamn time. And so Jussie Smollett being famous may have gotten him attacked because he was black and gay, but you, my good sis, are out there not famous, not a millionaire, but you are black and gay at the same time and can be attacked for being both at the same goddamn time. But you on the internet saying you black first.
I don't get it. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but that was their defense. Okay, so Justice Smollett was attacked. And so they're saying I'm black first, so I don't believe him.
I don't believe that he was attacked because he was LGBT. That's what they're saying.
Why does it why?
Because they're trying to delineate blackness and gayness.
Which one is more wrong, or which one is more sympathetic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Milan Christopher, my beloved, as I said on our
Did he leave a
Patreon.
comment on the Shade Room?
Yeah.
The girls will say like he must say putting no music out because all he do is sit. The Shade Room makes 16 to 24 posts per day. And every single post on the Shade Room Instagram, he has a comment under it. Okay, girl, it's cute. You like to hold your coochie hole out, and you like to show your uncut penis every now and then. Okay, cute. But where's the music?
Or modeling.
Okay. I want a break. I can't. Bye.
I'm just here to report
Call
the
me
news.
back.
My beloved, Milan Christopher, you know I love she so much, spends just as much time as Donald Trump watching CNN.
Fox News.
No, he watches both of them. He watches CNN for shade. He watches Fox News for inspiration. He has spent so much time in the comment section of the Shade Room that he might as well be fucking hired. Put the girl on staff. She's got to know some tea, at least. He made some comments that basically were anti-Jussie Smollett's story in saying, basically, is he to be believed? Is this alleged? Was this just a hookup that went wrong? And to my good Judy, Mr. Milan Christopher, I would like to say, first, go sit down. You are standing up, and you are loud, and you are wrong, and you are in the wrong colors at the wrong event. Go sit down. Unless you were in Chicago with Jussie and organizing the pussy meet and greet, leave us out of your conspiracy theories. My inbox is still open. If you have anything productive to send, that is music or nudity, I would openly accept that with open arms and open legs. But what I'm not going to accept is your conspiracy theories on what happened to Justice Smollett. Go away from me with this.
We met him in person, and he talked about his work with the Los Angeles LGBT Community Center there and how he uses his platform to, do those types of great things. And so what does RuPaul say? My problematic faith. With much power, much is something. So
Comes great responsibility.
So if you have this big old platform as a black gay man and something happens to another black gay man with the platform, if you don't believe it, don't say anything.
Leave it alone.
You know what? Like, let's wait 24 hours to see, wait for it. Okay, well, 24 to went by. I still don't know for sure. Just because it's Shade Room uploaded 16 minutes ago. You don't have to comment on everything. I know that for Instagram's algorithm, the first hour of your post being up on the internet is very important. So when you see something gets posted on Hollywood Unlocked or any of those other Instagrams, you see all those B-list, C-list, D-list celebrities comment within the first hour, and then they sometimes leave 2 comments because now Instagram has started to show 2 top comments, and if this is from one person who has a big following or a big engagement, then Instagram wants to show both of their comments. So you will see stuff like that. And so it's very cute that Milan Christopher has sat down and watched 2 or 3 Instagram marketing technique videos or whatever the girls, I don't know what they're doing. But also, okay, it's cute that it's a cute little marketing ploy for getting seen on Instagram, but like this is also real life.
Affecting real people. You are not in the New York City subway. If you see something, you ain't gotta say something.
You weren't there.
You can literally log off.
There.
You are not Wendy Williams to the bullshit.
You can say like, I really hope that people get down to the bottom of this. I hope the investigation is thorough. I mean, because clearly,
or at least thoughts and prayers.
You don't know what you're talking about.
You could at least just go the white road of thoughts and prayers.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think Justice Smollett is the stunt queen. I do, but I also.
You didn't have to say that then.
I'm not on the internet in the shade room comments on their third post. We're like, oh, Chicago police released footage of 2 men walking down the street like about 30 seconds before Justice was attacked. Okay, well, great. Like, that's the investigation being underway. We need to see what's going on. We need to hear what's going on before we I don't believe him. I don't know what's going on. Well, you have perceived that you do know, and you weren't there. And you're like, shut your fat ass up.
I was waiting on you at the door.
Oh, she was on the train. And
yeah.
What's her name? Miss Foxy?
Yeah.
Some lady had said that.
Arguing with an old woman. Bless her heart. Did I mention that Condom Con will be an open bar next weekend? The lituation is about to occur. Come out and play with me in the erotic interactive exhibits and learn a thing or two about condoms for International Condom Day next weekend, February 16th at 4 p.m. at the Blind Wino right here in D.C. We can put a condom on together. Hard White's video.
Nicki Minaj.
The Barbie.
People are saying she's following Lil' Kim's path to the T. People are saying, this is exactly how it went. This is exactly.
I hope not. Because I liked it. And I saw the mixed reaction when the video dropped. Obviously, the bars was going to go off anyway. But like the regular people.
The regular people.
The people
non-barbs.
Non-barbs were like, oh, this is just ganja burns again. And I was like,
oh, true.
Yeah, and I was like,
ganja burn, the sun was setting, and now this video is dark.
Yeah,
ooh, just like their career. Ooh, the shade, it writes itself. I did not mean to say that. I meant no shade. I'm just like, I'm trying to think of what other people could possibly be saying. I'm trying to.
Barb's out there. He's Barb adjacent. There's no reason to unsubscribe from this podcast. He had a lapse.
No, I was thinking.
It jumped out.
What would people be saying? That's what I'm sitting here thinking. What would people be saying? Okay.
I was absolutely here for the video. I liked the visuals.
I liked that she wasn't drunk in this video, like the Barbie dreams. Imagine me.
I like that you are drunk during this podcast.
All the time.
I liked the petty shade towards Drake that was in the video.
Oh, what was it?
It was a picture of a scorpion, and then it was a picture of the scorpion broken up into several pieces.
Oh, because his last album was titled Scorpion. Wow.
Coming to the room.
Oh, I'm here, present.
There was also direct shade to the Grammys. It was a picture of an old, like, blackened, rusty it was inverted Grammy, like the actual award had been like bent out of shape.
Oh,
so she was taking plenty of shots.
Hosted by Alicia Keys.
And I'm still not over fucking Jennifer Lopez with the Motown tribute. Change that now. If there's not enough outrage, change it now.
Change.org.
Start the petition. Let's start a march. Because I'm not playing this fucking game. One, I'm not going to watch it anyway.
What are y'all doing?
I'm not going to watch it anyway.
What are y'all doing?
Because I don't really care to see... The only person I care to see win is Janelle Monáe.
I'm going to watch the performances online.
I know Cardi's going to win. I want to see what she's going to say and what she's going to wear.
You can watch that online.
I want to see Janelle win, and I hope she says something very LGBT affirming to freak all these hoes out. That's all. That's it. I don't care. Don't care about the rest of the Grammys. Oh, Tamia's nominated for something.
R&B album for.
So I want to see Tamia win something. I want to see Janelle Monáe win something.
Tony nominated too.
And Tony. I want Tony to win something because she should win.
I mean, give her things.
I'm not gonna drag Jess Hilarious no more because her edges have done enough to her. So if you need to know, there are comments on Twitter with her using the faggot word and then defending herself.
Commented on something on the Shade Room, and then some young
the Shade Room is getting all y'all in trouble.
Some young man was dragging, and so he had reached down to the end of that dragging. So he went to her personal profile and started. He like, bitch, your eyelashes. You got on too many pairs. And then he went to the next picture. It's like, bitch, so and so. And then she responded with a read that included the F word. And as the mother of a young black son,
Kevin Hart.
So, referring to your son as a word deemed defamatory to men, what's going to happen when someone calls your son this, ma'am?
What happens when somebody calls you a nigga that's white? What's your response? Is, oh, well, no, I'm a comedian.
And then she goes, oh, okay, well, I only said it because he was dragging me in the Shade Room comments. He came up to my profile and he started dragging me there too. And that was just unacceptable. I was forced to respond. The block button also works. What do you...
Thoughts and prayers, girl. Thoughts and prayers.
But no, her apology was a non-apology because she said she was defending herself.
I'm just sending her thoughts and prayers. I'm not saying that's what she said.
Well, how about you get off of Fox on a primetime TV show? How about you get off the internet and start promoting, oh, I got live shows coming up in Baltimore, Los Angeles, so. How about you get out the Shade Room comments and people won't know who you are?
Or you can focus on the man that cheated on you and you broke up with and you got back together with. So
and then claim he stole all your money. How do we know all your business? You want to be a public figure, sis.
There's a lot of work that you could be doing outside the Shade Room, and they're not paying.
And it includes your edges.
Ooh. RuPaul's Best Friend race happened again this past week, and
this is the TV show we watch. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. You watch it by yourself. I don't watch it.
So you don't know what happened?
I did.
The host be lying.
I watched it live. I had to. Spoiler alert. Woo!
My pick again went home. This is 2 weeks in a row. Fuck you, bitch.
You can't. That's why you mad.
Girl, nobody can.
No, literally, seriously.
This hurt me. I think it hurt me a little bit more than Valentina because Valentina, I'm like, okay, there's an argument that it's time for her to go.
No.
There was an argument. I love
Valentina.
I love Valentina still, and still
she admitted to the delusion. I was like, yes. Y'all let Alyssa Edwards live in her fantasy. How come Valentina can't live in hers?
We also let Thunderfuck live in hers, and she was about to be eliminated, and she was on the show saying, "Hey, girl, I'll give you some money if you just
on PayPal."
Wait, what? That's embezzlement, bitch. That's illegal
in front of the cameras.
Anyway, so we did let other people live their fantasies, and I'm not saying that I'm taking anything away from Valentina for living her fantasy because that's why I live.
Yeah,
and think that she should still be there today. But I also think that Manila should be there today with the best record.
Yeah.
The best record of all of the queens, including Trinity, had more wins. And she got sent home by somebody that should have also been sent home last week. We're looking at you, Naomi.
And Naomi had borrowed that mustache that she wore.
That was the gag of the gag for me. She
won the challenge.
You won wearing my drag.
Because I loaned you a mustache so you could do boy drag. Then you turn around and eliminated me. And then when Alaska was like, wow.
Who's Alaska? Alaska wasn't on this season.
No, on Twitter.
Okay.
Alaska was like, wow, that was crazy. Or something she said. And then Naomi responded, rhinestone tank.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then so it was because Alaska also
She sent someone home that gave her
that helped
something.
her in her challenge win. I was like, oh my God, the double entendre of it all.
Because she said, whoever it was somebody that was up there with Roxy, and Roxy should have been going home.
But Roxy wasn't going to go.
But Roxy wasn't going to go home because she my friend.
We needed the remix to I'm Roxy Andrews and I'm here to make it clear. I know you love me, baby. That's why you brought me here. What's up, bitch? I see that vibe. I'm here to make it right. Give me a somewhat challenge.
I'll give you what you like.
I was like, yes. God had that in the tollway.
Yeah.
So Roxy had to make it.
Thankfully, hindsight being 2020, but she should have went home.
Yeah, that week that woo.
Anyway,
but
Manila is obviously robbed this season. She is the Shangela of this season.
She was robbed in season 3.
Also robbed in, yeah. Also,
let y'all tell it.
Y'all keep robbing these Asian women out here. What is this about?
Ooh, ow.
She's an Asian woman. I didn't say nothing wrong.
I'm wondering what other Asian women you talking about.
She is the Asian woman that was robbed in her season.
Or are you talking about when Gia Gunn did their horrible Snatch Game impersonation?
No. She should have been in the bottom for that. But she should have been double saved instead of Latrice.
Okay.
Because that lip sync, I remember. Latrice and Monique Hart, forgettable. Don't nobody remember it. Club 96.
Club 96 trended.
So that's what I'm
and talked about on social media for a whole week.
You can still find it. That's why I'm saying that Valentina and Manila still should be here in this competition, and Latrice and Naomi should be home right now watching the competition, but that's not the case. So we're gonna see how this shit play out. We got 3 black queens that may be in. I guess you're gonna
Trinity
do a top 4.
Win. You know, a black queen win.
I just don't. I'm going to be so.
Trinity is gonna win.
So listen, here's the deal. I'm gonna make y'all a bet right now.
So it's Trinity or who? Trinity and
I don't care for none of them to win. Really.
But Naomi has been like really good with the lip syncs. Like she's been skating.
No, she did. She's done 2 lip syncs and they were identical.
True.
She did the same trick of going to the back of the stage and scooting her pussy up
down to the front.
And I was like, it was cute the first time you showed me, but you showed it to me again. So is this the only thing you know how to do?
Okay, look, I'm good with from the back.
Can't do missionary. Wow. So I don't have no favorite to win no more.
You look sad in the face.
I am sad. I am so sad.
You look so sad in the face.
I am so sad because it should have been Valentino.
Where are you looking to? The stars, the moon? Where are you looking to?
If you gaze into the future.
Right now.
I don't know who I want to win. I just know I don't want Trinity to win. I know Trinity now has the
What's
best.
What's wrong with Trinity?
Because she's white and she's blonde.
Things that she can't. Oh, because he's black and because he's from the ghetto. Wow.
She's white and she's blonde.
Things that you can't help. Things that you.
She's a drag queen. She cannot be blonde. She can be all the hair colors of the world, but she's white and blonde. Like the other 3 contestants that have won RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. We don't need another white girl in blonde hair. That does not represent what all All-Stars. So if she put on a
brunette for the cast photo, does it make it better? I don't know.
It would a teeny bit, but I still am going to know she's a white girl with blonde hair because she's going to put the fucking blonde hair on when she come to fucking Nashville.
That's what you do when you leave work.
I am a redhead by nature, and what you're saying is disrespectful.
Oh my God, here we go.
So
is that it for social studies? Because we 17 hours. It's a hot topics.
No. Ed Buck is still out here on these motherfucking government streets.
Who?
Ed Buck. He needs to be in jail.
Have you seen like full body photos of Ed Buck?
I'm not even gonna read his physical appearance anymore because I feel like I've done that prolifically. Okay. But this is literally 1 month later. a month ago we found out that he murdered another black gay man.
It's really difficult to find a full body photo of Ed Buck on the internet. I am searching and I cannot find a full body picture of Ed Buck. Is something wrong with his left leg or something?
He probably has bad hips.
I cannot find a full body picture.
He knows his ankles, and it's just.
Oh, here got one. Back when he was 13 riding a horse.
Gross.
There
are no charges. The press is not following this case anymore, and so we are the people's press. And I feel like if we don't talk about it here, nobody's gonna talk about it. There are no more protests outside of his home.
2 black men dead in Ed Buck's house with no arrests. No charges.
No charges. That's what I'm saying. There is no arraignment. There is no, hey, we think you killed people. Come in here and see a judge and we'll decide your bail if you should be out here on city streets still potentially trying to kill more black gay men. But y'all out here want to talk about 21 Savage and Catwoman versus Bow Wow. Ed Buck is still on city streets. Killed 2 black gay men with his own hands and drugs. No movement has ever gotten anywhere by being docile. None. Think of the civil rights movement. Think of the women's movement. Think of the LGBT rights movement. We didn't get anywhere by just saying, well, we're going to sit back and wait on them to do the right thing. And so I will not sit back here and just wait on the system to do the right thing and not talk about this. I'm going to talk about this every fucking week. If I get to this part of the podcast and you are annoyed, you are bored, you don't want to hear it no more, fast forward, but I am going to talk about this every week. 2 black gay men are dead. Their murderer is on the street and nobody fucking cares. Nobody. There are no charges. CNN ain't talking about it. MSNBC ain't talking about it. Fox News goddamn sure ain't talking about it.
The girls on Reddit say that Reddit is deleting their posts when they make posts about Ed Buck.
The hashtag arrest Ed Buck posting was like pages. I could scroll for an hour and see stuff 2 weeks ago. When I type in hashtag arrest Ed Buck, I see stuff from 2 weeks ago. Like we just stopped talking about it.
Oh.
Like, because he hasn't been arrested, it's just, fuck it. No hope is left. We should just leave it. We have to be a nuisance. And so if I have to be a nuisance to my listeners here, to my supporters, I will be that nuisance. We will never forget Jamel Moore. We will never forget John, my brother Doe, because we still do not know his name. He died a month ago. And you know who knows his name? His mama, his friends, his lovers. They know his name because he's dead. He's missing. He's the guy that went over to Ed Buck's house and didn't come back. We still don't know his name. Why don't we know his name? Because the press don't give a fuck. Because general people don't give a fuck.
I'm going to start drinking another shot of tequila. This is depressing. Can we move on to
So John, my brother Doe, is what I will name you for now. And in honor of you, and in remembrance of you, I'm not gonna forget. As long as I have a voice, as long as I have a position, as long as I have a platform, I'm gonna run Ed Buck's name through the fucking mud. And y'all are lucky I ain't made a YouTube video yet. So that is it for Hot Topics. I will move on.
This week in social studies, really quickly, Polari language, Polari, was slang used in Britain in the early 1900s because, being gay was a crime. Surprise. And so people use Polari language to discuss LGBT stuff in public. Some of their popular words were basket to describe a man's bulge. Look at that basket on him.
They still use that.
Chicken to describe a young guy, which I still feel like, I don't know if we say chicken, but look at that.
Fresh meat.
I don't know. I feel like we still have like
bird.
Something. And
that's definitely a Memphis thing. Y'all say bird all the time.
Well, they just mean the hoe.
No.
It mean a thought.
No, like look at that bird. Bird watching. Y'all said bird, like bird as in his penis print in his gray sweatpants.
Cottaging when looking for sex in public restrooms. So you go cottaging a lot. So I'm really proud of you.
I'm booked.
Some Polari words became popular in America. And I was really looking at this and I was confused, perturbed, wondering what the American version of it was, because in America you still had to wear 2 articles of your sex assigned to you at birth. So like even if you were a man presenting as female, you still either had to have like male socks from the man department, or you had to wear boxers, or you still had to have on 2 items that were male presenting if you wanted to be out here presenting as a female. But we didn't really name ours. Like they had Polari, but some of the words from Polari that crept on over to America was butch, fish, jush, and camp. And so,
you mean Jasmine Masters didn't make up zhuzh? Give her, stone her.
Fish, jush, and camp. Well, the girls didn't make up camp, but you know, if you're not camp nowadays, then the girls like, oh my gosh, you don't deserve $1. So, those things. There are over 500 words and phrases in Polari, and you can get the full dictionary. There's an app available on Android and on Google Play. Search Polari, and it's the app listed in the education department. So that's really all I have for social studies. I was watching RuPaul's Drag Race where they was explaining where, the word good Judy came from when Judy Garland was around and she was a gay icon. And so if you wanted to say someone was your best friend, you would say the word Judy because it was about Judy Garland. And there was slang. And I was like, I wonder what other slang words there are out there in these streets. And so I found the Polari language. And they talked about how some of the... On the video that I watched, the guy said that it was African American slang. So when we talk about reading and shade and yes and some of those words from
honey,
African American slang mixed with the Polari language has helped shape most of our modern day.
Well, let's add one to the Polari language right now.
Here we go.
It can be bird box.
Is that a good box or a bad box?
It's a box belonging to a bird.
The ghetto.
Y'all all know a bird out there. So we can be talking about her bird box, and she not even know what we're talking about.
That bird box.
That bird box. You heard it here, live.
I made a post on Facebook. So my best friend back in Memphis was saying that he was texting his homeboy about possibly tossing this Memphis bird
box.
And then they were laughing because this bottom has a reputation for squatting on these men out here in these streets. And I was like, this is so embarrassing. So like, do I?
As in shitting?
Yeah, that's what birds do. Do birds squat? I mean, I don't know.
No, they just shit. They shit in motion. You got attacked by a bird, shit.
So, like, how does that work? With like all the tops in your whole city is texting about you using them as a squatty potty.
Yeah, you are definitely a bird box.
What's going on in sexual health this week?
In sexual health this week, we will be talking about bird box a little bit further. Is seeking masculinity an effeminate characteristic? So that is in sexual health this week because it is an ongoing topic, been a topic, probably gonna always be a topic, especially in sexual circles of people saying mask for mask or
dominant
femme for mask. Girls openly identifying themselves as femme and saying, okay, I am femme, but I'm gonna need a masculine nigga as well. So with it even being perceived as being a masculine man sometime, do you have this behavior in your sexual
prowess? It's a
dalliances?
Okay, ooh, I was like, okay, I'm looking for a word.
In your sexual dalliances to only have sex with a certain type of man. And if you do, is this a form of toxic masculinity? Or
What?
Is this a form of supporting?
It's not a preference, it's prejudice. Y'all slay me. Y'all always
Or
finding
is
something.
it-
Y'all always finding something. Look, I just like dance.
Supporting toxic masculinity. Because you don't have to be a toxic person to support the mind frame that is toxic
In the
masculinity.
bedroom, if I like being dominated by a married man
Yes, you are supporting toxic masculinity.
who isn't openly LGBT, I like it. I'm just putting I'm putting myself out there.
An open supporter of toxic masculinity.
Okay, great. So I'm all right.
How can you be better? How can our listeners be better?
Like the girl told Cardi B about Offset, I didn't know that their marriage was serious. I didn't know that their marriage was serious.
So you are a bird box as well.
I didn't know.
Okay, well that's enough of sexual health. I've exposed my co-host as a bird box, and I wish to not go any further. I wish to, leave his bird box intact for the rest of the world. Songs for our souls.
This week, the song for my soul, my friend Kenneth came over here. We were drinking brown liquor.
Woo.
One day we were drinking Knob Creek. No, we were drinking Woodward Reserve. And then the next day we were drinking Knob Creek. I think both of them are whiskeys or cognacs. Who knows? I'm like, oh, it's liquor. Bring it on. Yeah, alcoholic.
Whiskeys or cognac.
Who
You
knows?
would think being an alcoholic, you would know the difference.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So, then I
You're
started...
a garbage head. That was the word of the day before.
So then Fantasia, I decided to play Fantasia Lose to Win at her album release party. It is a 9-minute, 38-second video.
Oh, Fantasia.
You know Fantasia gets into it.
It's a 3-minute song, and she added 6 minutes to it.
Like, Fantasia, you could have just did the radio edit. It was a surprise album release party, too. So it's like, she wasn't really warmed up. I'm Fantasia, what's a warm up? I'm a holler and scream. The girl's gonna live. So Fantasia Lose to Win album release party. Search that in your YouTube. Find the one that's 9 minutes long and watch that. So she thanks everybody for like the first minute. Oh my gosh, I'm so surprised and blah, 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 blah. And then the girl on the piano or whatever it is, the Casio in the back, he was like, oh, we're going to sneak this Lose to Win performance up in here though. And then her background singers walk up on the stage. She's like, oh, Tasha and Keith up here. Okay, so I guess we are doing this. And then she goes right on into it. And it was, it's really vital because this is around the time when Fantasia had attempted that suicide. She had took all those pills. She had ended up in the hospital right around the time that this album was coming out. And in her personal journey, she was growing as a person. She was trying to get over the T-Mobile representative. I was like, I can't believe T-Mobile dick got her out here like this. Then it turned out he was already married, and then all this other stuff that she was committing suicide because their relationship was going through. And sometimes you got to lose T-Mobile dick to win again. I was song for my soul. Dick, I have you out here. What? I'm going back on break. I can't. I'm about to cry. I didn't know that their marriage was for real. Imagine you being Fantasia, like having to say, like, I didn't know that their marriage was for real.
I can't even get it out. Who at T-Mobile hurt you? Somebody at T-Mobile hurt you. And so that's how we got here today.
He worked at AT&T. They have a high turnover rate at AT&T.
See?
But still.
Somebody hurt you. It's coming out of her.
He was on Sunday's Best.
Oh, the one that had sex?
Oh, hey, let's talk off the screen, off the line. Call me back. Song for my soul this week.
And it's supposed to be serious, but it's not no more. Because the voice contestant jumped out. And now I know who it is. Because the nigga was on the news. Fuck.
I've been through a lot, okay? I've been through a lot.
Of all the things I believed in, I just want to get it over with. Tears from behind my eyes, but I do not cry. Counting the days that pass me by. I've been searching deep down in my soul. Words that I've been hearing are starting to get old. It feels like I'm starting all over again. The last 3 years were just motherfucking pretend.
Woo!
And I said goodbye to you. Goodbye to everything that I knew. You were the one that I loved, the one that I tried to hold on to. Goodbye to You was a song by Michelle Branch. And it was pop, but also emo.
I was going to say it was many things.
But also could have been R&B if it was sung by someone else.
Or if you did a remake.
Yeah. Came out in 2000. I think I was just starting high school that year. And it was an anthem basically leaving, like, for me at the time, middle school behind. But has reverberated through my life and leaving so many other things behind. And saying it's okay to say goodbye to those things. Because it's a part of your metamorphosis. And you can't have a metamorphosis without being a caterpillar. You've had to have been a caterpillar for an extended amount of time in your life, and then the world just says, okay, girl, stop being a caterpillar. You got to get in this fucking cocoon. We need a butterfly out here.
All right.
We need a butterfly out here. So, saying goodbye to old things, old people, old ways, old jobs is extremely important because you'll never get to transform into the butterfly that you're supposed to be until you can say goodbye to those things. So Michelle Branch, Goodbye to You is the song for my soul this week.
That's really beautiful. I love that. Shout out to you. That was a good choice.
I do think.
What am I here for this week? I'm actually not here for it. And I posted this on my Twitter. I'm not here for me.
I'm not here for your bird box either.
I was the other day, my dumb ass, over here on the couch. I was like, I miss him. I'm finna go look him up on Facebook and see what he up to.
Stupid.
And lo and behold, this Negro is making appearances around town with the bottom that he told me I didn't have to worry about. We talked about this on Patreon just now. So it was really fresh.
Does he still live in Memphis?
And I was like, what the?
Woo, you a bird.
I didn't confirm whether or not we would have this conversation offline. If I give too many details, you know, the girls, I don't like to date you because you talk about people on your stuff. And no, I don't.
You ain't never
With my
mentioned my
line
name.
ass. With my line ass. Anyway, so I went to go look him up on Facebook, and he over here he down to the Chili's. He down to the game of whatever team is playing for that state. I'm not trying to...
Memphis Grizzlies.
He's over here. What? This the bitch you said I ain't have to worry about.
You didn't have to worry about her at the time.
And then so I was like, well, you know, the kid is unavailable. And, you know, the girl's like, what's second best, third best, fifth best? Sure, knock yourself out. And then I had to repent to Beyonce with my dumb ass. Beyonce, I'm sorry.
Listen to Lemonade.
I have literally moved.
Moved on.
And I have moved on.
Goodbye to you.
So why am I looking up my exes on Facebook? Bitch, with your dumb ass. I'm not here for me. I'm not here for it. I'm not.
Accountability.
It wasn't healthy.
No.
It was not healthy.
That's why I blocked them hoes.
It was not healthy.
Most of them.
I don't live in regret, but I shouldn't have did that. So that's my here for it.
Drive your whole bird box up, didn't it?
Leave my. If you keep talking about my bird box, I'm gonna have to fight you.
I don't suggest it. I'm here for two things this week.
All right, come on.
Positivity. There was a horrible Super Bowl that happened this weekend, and I'm not supporting the NFL at all. Cause
I'm here for it. It was horrible. Thank God.
Horrible, as in the lowest.
The
scoring.
Saints definitely didn't watch. All of New Orleans was like, watch that. We was robbed.
Confirmed. Very.
One
You
of the top,
and Manila.
One of the top fan bases in the NFL. Y'all want to piss them off?
And Manila. See, same correlation.
What are y'all doing?
But the one thing that I will applaud is there, for the first time, was 2 gay male cheerleaders. For the first time in the NFL period, and definitely at the Super Bowl. And I know that these gentlemen have had the dream of being cheerleaders and have been kicked out of certain sports because they were male, and only allowed to compete in certain sports because they were male. And to get to basically the epitome of cheerleading, tell me if I'm wrong, cheerleaders out there. It just seems like the epitome of cheerleading is to be like the biggest fucking game in cheerleading. Even if you're not really the focal point or even shown that much on TV, it's just like, I was a cheerleader for a team in the Super Bowl. Bitch, fuck you. So the 2 cheerleaders, Napoleon, I'm going to fuck this up, Genes, or Genes. Shout out to you if you have some Latin heritage. And Quentin Perron, I think that is definitely Latin heritage, made history as the first male cheerleaders in the history of the NFL to perform at the big game. So I'm absolutely here for it. The NFL is fucked up in so many ways, but to make this stride as a first stride is not the only stride that y'all should be making. I can think of like at least 10 that y'all can start off with like next week while y'all off. But that stride is a positive stride in the right direction. I'm happy to see that. Second, I'm absolutely here for New Jersey becoming the latest state to require LGBT inclusive education in K through 12 schools.
Here for it.
Gay Star News reported that per the governor's website, it is now requiring the boards of education in the state to include instruction and adopt instructional materials that accurately portray political, economic, and social contributions of persons with disabilities and lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. The policy will go into effect in 2020 into the 2021 school year. Teachers using the provided materials will start teaching students about significant contributions made by LGBTI people and people with disabilities. It is unclear if the policy applies solely to history classes or other subjects such as literature, but it is an important step in the right direction because we have no other states that require the same thing. And most times in any other states, the only time that you will get the inclusion of LGBT characters, people that are historically important to movements, to history in general, is when you have an LGBT teacher in the room that says, hey, this is important for you to know. And so for New Jersey to take this step where it doesn't have to be an LGBT teacher to teach it is very important. And to make it a requirement should be across the fucking board. So I'm absolutely here for both of those things. They're a small step, but a big step all at the same time.
One state down, 87 more states to go.
Woo, math.
I did that on purpose. I wanted my Portia Williams to jump out.
You pregnant?
Don't wish that on me. He married.
Ooh, your butt.
I don't want a man who does not have responsibility somewhere else. Sir, I'm here for like this 45 minutes to 1 hour. And then after that, you need to go or I need to go. I got things to do.
Wow.
I'm just like relationships and commitments and that's why I need to be in therapy with my dumb ass.
Go back to our affirmations. Rewind the episode for yourself.
Pills and therapy. Give me both.
Pills and potions.
It's time for our last call.
Indeed. If you
Your
guys,
shot glass is from Colombia, and this one is from Costa Maya.
wow.
I never been. Somebody brought me this.
Well, let's hope to visit these places.
Cartagena. Is it in Colombia?
Cartagena is
That's
a
a
place.
popular place where the girls are going now in Colombia.
Yes, Cartagena is beautiful.
My last call, we touched on this earlier, no pause, is to all the gay girls that are dragging Just Hilarious, dragging Kevin Hart. Who else would you just pick a girl? We dragging them.
Pick a wall, boots. Pick a wall.
The black gay community, we are on these social media networks, letting these girls say, look, ma'am, today ain't the place. To this right now ain't the time. You gonna get yours. And the power that has, the implications that has, what was the quote? She like the something that has. We out here. There's power.
The girls are clicking, but they're not clicking up. You're looking down, girl. Just Hilarious, we're looking at you.
So this is my last call to all the black gay girls out here in these social media streets. Let these girls know they in a Memphis jumped out.
Wow. And she's from Baltimore, so there's.
I don't know. Who run it?
This is our first episode
Who run it?
of Black History Month.
Who run it?
And so I think that oftentimes, like I said a little bit earlier about education, we only focus on the Black history that most of us have been taught since first grade.
Oh, Lord.
MLK, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. And yes, those are all very important. But like them, there are gay people that contributed to history that we don't talk about.
What you mean?
I'm about to.
Oh. Shut my fat ass up.
Calm your bird box down. One was noted. We noted a couple episodes ago, Baynard being a part of the civil rights movement and being extremely important to MLK, but nobody really talks about him. One of my favorites, James Baldwin, I think was an extreme, huge contributor to education, to literacy, just writing overall and advocacy. We don't talk about them enough. So every month, every week this month of Black History, I'm going to focus on one black gay person that was important in history, be it current or previously. So the person I would like to focus on this week is Michael Sam. Michael Sam was a player for the St. Louis Rams who was drafted. He was the first publicly gay player ever drafted into the league. He was released before the start of his regular contract, his regular season. But he became the first publicly out gay player to play in the Canadian Football League in 2015 after he came out in the NFL in 2014. He was also the first openly gay player in the NFL to kiss a man when he was drafted. And to me, I think that is on the level of firsts when we talk about pioneers. He had the courage to do this in a toxic masculine environment that was not going to be welcoming to him, and ultimately didn't even accept him fully onto the fucking field that he was supposed to play on. He was so good at playing football that they spent such a high draft position to draft him onto the team of the St. Louis Rams. And this is when the Rams wasn't shit. The Rams wasn't going to nobody's goddamn Super Bowl.
So why even why do we want all this media attention on us or and all that?
Well, they didn't know that was coming. They just knew that he was great.
He was great. They
didn't know the gay part. And he brought the gay part with them. I've met Michael Sam previously. He's a great guy, a great personality, extremely kind, extremely gorgeous in person. That has nothing to do with nothing. But I think that him as a pioneer, he walked so somebody else, hopefully in the near future, could run in the NFL. I would like to see someone be out in the NFL that is currently playing on the roster, currently slaying at being a tight end. No shade, no pun. Slaying at being a quarterback, slaying at being a running back, slaying at the game that we typically do. Like, gays don't come into no situation half stepping. And so I want the walk that Michael Sam did in 2014 to be the run that another NFL player, another NBA player, another MLB player can run in 2019 and especially in 2020. Michael Sam, you are my last call and a pioneer for Black History Month.
Now I have to do that next week because I like that. I like that idea. Come on through. Also, you guys, don't forget, February the 7th is National Black HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. Hashtag NBHAAD. So just really quickly, don't forget, we're supposed to be caring about that. Share your stories, your journeys of people that you love. If you have a personal story, make sure that you share that on social media. So more people know that they need to get tested and become undetectable if it's in their purview. Amen. But that is this week's episode of Here For It Podcast. Follow the show on the internet at Here For It Pod, hereforitpod.com, hereforitshop.com,
Patreon.
change.org/these Superman nudes. What else? What are the other websites?
Friendster.com/Ronald Matters Bird Box.
Because friends is all we can be. Like,
Well, Friendster. You don't remember Friendster?
I do. Okay. I'm just saying.
Make sure you check us out at the next Friendster reunion. We'll be there. And check out the link in our description below if you want to come out and meet us on February 16th at Condom Con. We're going to be there. We're going to be playing with condoms and dicks. And you can come out and play with condoms and dicks with us as well.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am the Superman THEESUPAMAN. I am still the only gay Targaryen out here.
We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.